photographs because I hate my photograph things.
Well, do you dance? Do you?
I get this feeling I may know you as a lover and a friend. This voice keeps whispering in my outer ear, tells me I may never see you again. 'Cause I got a peaceful
Before I begin today's ceremony, I have a very important question to ask. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Thank you so much, sir. Please all take your seats. Good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of Andy and Sarah, I would like to welcome you all here to the beautiful surroundings of the White Lion on this very special occasion, the day of their marriage. My name is June Tarpey, and this is my colleague, Registrar Bright. We are both so pleased to be part of your special day on behalf of your ceremony at Cheshire East Registration Service. The couple would like me to thank everyone for joining them on their special day, and they hope that you will enjoy it as much as they do. To start the ceremony, I'd like to invite Fiona forward, please.
This is a poem that's been adapted from a poem by Robert Fulham. It's called All I Ever Really Needed to Know I Learned in Infant School. There is a sandpit at infant school. These are the things I learned. Share everything, play fair, Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say sorry if you've upset somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush and put down the seat.
Why do you look at me when you said that? She leaves it up.
Biscuits and hot Yorkshire tea are good for you. Give them to someone who feels sad. Live a balanced life, be kind. Learn new things and think things through. Draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day. Take a nap every afternoon. Some chance if you're a nurse. Be aware of wonder. Remember at school the little seed in the plastic cup. The roots go down and the plant goes up. And nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that. Everything you need to know was told to you in infant school while playing in the sandpit. And it is still true, no matter how old you are. In married life, it is best to hold hands and stick together.
This place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to law for the celebration of marriage. If any person knows of any lawful reason why Andrew and Sarah may not be joined in matrimony, you should declare it now. So which one do you think?
It's cost me a fortune.
Andrew and Sarah, before you pledge yourselves to each other in marriage, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and lasting character of the vows you are about to make to one another. Marriage in this country is a union of two people, voluntarily entered into for life, to the exclusion of all others. I am now going to ask each of you to declare in turn that there are no legal reasons why you cannot marry each other here today. And you will have a position first, please repeat it. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Andrew,
why I, Andrew,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Sarah.
to Sarah.
Sarah, could you please say so? I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Sarah,
why I, Sarah,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Andrew.
to Andrew.
Andy and Sarah are now before us, but in each other's company they have found happiness, fulfilment and love, and are now committing that love to one another before you all today. So you are now going to make the promises to each other that will be the basis of your consent to marriage. So Andrew, you get to go first again, please. Please repeat after me, but say the words to Sarah. Sarah, today I promise
Sarah, today I promise
to spend the rest of my life with you.
to spend the rest of my life with you.
I promise to love and respect you,
I promise to love and respect you,
helping our love grow
helping our love grow
by always being there.
by always being there.
I will listen, comfort and support you,
I will listen, comfort and support you,
whatever our lives bring.
whatever our life brings.
Thank you. Sarah, would you please listen? Andrew, today I promise
Andrew, today I promise
to spend the rest of my life with you.
to spend the rest of my life with you.
I promise to love and respect you,
I promise to love and respect you,
helping our love grow.
helping our love grow. It just spat his tongue out.
I can see that. By always being there.
By always being there.
I will listen, comfort and support you,
I will listen, comfort and support you,
whatever our lives bring.
whatever our life brings.
The institution of marriage must be entered into freely, voluntarily, and with the full and unreserved consent of you both. Therefore I ask, do you, Andrew, take Sarah, here present, to be your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
Do you, Sarah, take Andrew, here present, to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
Good answers.
Didn't know where
Let's
the
give you
options.
I'm going to give you two a little break now, and Nadine's got a reading for us.
Love is a temporary magnet. It erupts like volcanoes and then subsides. And when it subsides, you have to make a decision. You have to work out whether your root was so entwined together that it's inconceivable that you should ever be apart. Because this is what love is. It's not breathless, it's not excitement, it's not the promulgation of promises of eternal passion. That is just being in love, which any fool can do. Love itself is what's left over when being in love has burned away. And this is both an art and a fortunate accident. Those that truly love have roots that grow towards each other underground. And when all the pretty blossoms have fallen from their branches, they find that they are one tree, not two.
Thank you so much indeed. Andrew and Sarah, a few moments ago, you agreed to marry each other. You are now going to say the vows that will make that agreement legally binding. Can I ask you to turn your face to one another again? And in the presence of your family and friends, Andrew, could you please say, I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Andrew, do take thee, Sarah, to be my lawful wedded wife. I will love and care for you, honour and cherish you. Honour and cherish you. Whatever the future may bring. Sarah, could you please say the same? I call upon these persons here present to witness that I, Sarah, do take thee, Andrew, to be my lawful wedded husband. I will love and care for you. Honour and cherish you. Whatever the future may bring. Andy and Sarah, you have chosen to seal your marriage by the giving and receiving of wedding rings. A ring is an unbroken circle. It has no beginning and no end, which symbolises everlasting love and is an outward sign of the lifelong promises you are making to one another here today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is me great pleasure to invite Ali forward. Ali, could you please present to Andy the ring he is going to give to Sarah? So third finger of the left hand, please. Please hold the ring halfway down. And please say these words. Sarah, all that I have, I give to you. All that I am, I share with you. I give you this ring as a symbol of my love. For today, for tomorrow. And for all our years to come. And that ring can go fully on now, please, Ali, if Sarah could have your name on her, please.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ali. Third from the left hand again, please, Sarah. Please hold the ring halfway down. And please say these words. Andrew, all that I have, I give to you.
Andrew, all that I have, I give to you.
All that I am, I share with you.
All that I am, I share with you.
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
as a symbol of my love.
as a symbol of my love.
For today, for tomorrow.
For today and tomorrow.
And for all our years to come.
And for all our years to come.
And that ring can go fully on now, please, Sarah. That's a good fit, Andy, isn't it? It's not coming out. Sarah, you are now at this, the start of your new married life together. Treasure that trust and responsibility, and may the feelings of love that you have for one another deepen and grow ever stronger. You have both made the declarations required by law, and you have both made your own special promises to one another. It therefore gives me the very greatest pleasure to say, you are now husband and wife. Congratulations, Andy, you know what to do.
moment. Life has begun from this moment. You are the one, right beside you is where I belong. From this moment.
So thank you so much for doing that. That's really lovely. So, yeah, I'm going to have a chat about Sarah and Andy.
Oh, no.
Well, when I first met Sarah, I was pretty convinced that she was as mad as a box of frogs. I mean, well, over quite considerable time, I've confirmed in myself, well, yeah, that's correct, it is true. But I've also found a lovely, caring person in there as well, because she really is so very caring and loving. Well, to take you back a bit, I mean, it does go way back, this does, when Fiona and Sarah and Pat were at Pat and Dan's house. Likely that the three of them were probably drinking a glass or two of wine.
What?
You know, it's true. Well, I was late back from a night out with the boys, which, strangely, Andy, you were amongst them.
I was, yes. I was driving as well.
You probably were, mate,
Yes,
yeah. And, well, so Sarah strangely decided to introduce herself to me with a letter. Strange thing to do. Which was headed, Dear Johnny Wally Woo Woo. And you know, I looked at her and I thought, she's either a nutter, inebriated, or up for a good laugh. Well, actually, says,
All three.
You're all three. I'll tell you that.
Probably couldn't spell golden.
Well, I'll give you more instances. I'll not just go on that story. There's Christmas. Well, we all like Christmas, don't we? Of course we do. But Sarah loves Christmas. If she could put the decorations up in August, leave them up until July, she would. Do you know, she even plays the Christmas app. Have you ever seen this Christmas app? The Christmas app actually traces Father Christmas around the world, giving presents. It's serious. I told you, didn't I?
Yeah, but she starts it in August, John.
Very
And it
serious.
says Santa's sleeping, come back.
And I tell you something else. Any person who wishes her food mixer a happy Christmas. Food mixer a hug.
You horror!
I told you, didn't I? What can I say? So she loves Christmas, but she's not. Well, you know, serious side really now, Sarah's worked in the cake business with Fiona very much from the early days from the start, and clearly has shown a lot of flair for cake making. We both said, haven't we, that your writing is pretty beautiful and the way you do it on cakes, it's wonderful. And it became a natural progression, of course, when Fiona decided to retire from the cake business, that Sarah took it on. And she's continued to do some superb cakes to this day and continues to do that. But the flip side of this cake shop's quite interesting because they've both spoken at times of the funniest, the many good memories, you might say, of working together in the cake shop. And they both said that they could fill a book with some of the cake shop stories. And I didn't quite know what that meant, whether that was Confessions of a Cake Shop or whether it was perhaps a film or something they were thinking of. But it was stories like the lady who said, I'll have that Christmas cake with a witch on it. To which they said, well, it's not a witch, it's a penguin. Or the one that said, that cake box is very shallow, isn't it? She had a deep voice, by the way. No, madam, that cake box is a cake lid. And, you know, they've had some amusing, clumsy moments in this cake shop. Like the day when the cake nearly went through the window. Well, picture this, okay? They're in a cake shop upstairs. They're just finishing off a nice celebration cake. They're in the work area and there it's coming nicely together. They put the icing on, they put the flowers on the top. Job was done. So, all done, Sarah said, okay, let's take it off and put it in the box. So she takes it off the turntable. When she started to slip, and if you can picture someone juggling a cake
I've done
in
that.
front of a window that is now looking over the bus stop with all the people queuing up with flowers, and this was going on. Well, Well, thankfully she finally got a grip of this cake. And you know, didn't damage it, didn't drop it, didn't mark it, and put it in the box.
It's in slow motion though, I said to it.
In fact, she's just the same with that wine glass. I don't know whether you noticed, she nearly dropped not a spot. Well, Sarah's also noted for her ability to tidy things up. Well, beware, Andy. This is code for legitimately throwing things away. Okay? So if you find that anything's disappeared, it's likely that Sarah's tidied up, and it's likely that you should check the bin first.
My floor drobe has completely disappeared.
I told you.
Yeah.
I should have warned you earlier.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Well, after Sarah had a serious infection and some quick action by paramedics, she decided that she would change her career. Change her career to help others. And so for 4 years ago, she enrolled as a trainee nurse. Ironic, because as a child, Sarah had a needle phobia, would you believe? Where she would faint at the sight of a needle injection. Ideal job, isn't it? Would you believe it? However, here she is now giving needle injections to other people, which is lovely. So this is true. But to be honest, that really has been the best move of your career, Sarah. Both your mum and I are really proud of what you've done. And really, what that does bring out, I mentioned the loving, caring side of you, which does come out, that I mentioned earlier. I mean, we were out the other week having lunch together, and she spotted a gentleman in the place where we were eating that was struggling to move his table. Over she went, introducing herself, using the chap's dog as the excuse to talk, which is neat, but clearly offering some subtle help to this stranger in a friendly and caring way. Well, that's Sarah.
You didn't say she nicked his drink.
Having spent many Thursday nights out with the lads, Bob, where are you? And playing in bands together. So we've spent a lot of time together over many years. I'm not going to leave you out, Andy, you know that, don't you?
Thank goodness.
I know. Come on, bring it out.
Bring it on,
bring
I
it
recall
on.
one night out in Chester. You ready, Bob? Yeah, go on. We'd left a nightclub, which was adjacent to the canal, where this poor chap came screaming past on his mountain bike. Now, unfortunately for him, you've got to turn left as you come down this road because the canal's ahead of you. He didn't make the bend. He hit the edge, went straight into the canal. Straight into the canal in the water. This is sort of 1 o'clock in the morning. There he was in the water. I mean, we were aghast, and I must admit us lads were falling about laughing really, which is naughty of us. What you do. But in disbelief too. Well, Andy, bless him, here's the guy, he really is the true gent. He ran across to this chap, who was, if you can picture this, was now still on his bike with his legs astride, looking pretty damp because he was up to here in canal water. And Andy offered his hand of friendship, said, "Come on mate, let me help you out." Shame for Andy though, because he just got an expletive rejection. I'm not going to say it, but you can work it out for
I
yourself.
also told him if he'd had his lights on, he'd have seen that.
You did, that didn't go down too well. But you know, we laughed, but Andy was the kind and thoughtful one. It was typical of Andy. But serious, Andy, you're a good friend and a kind and caring person, and I'm pleased that Andy and Sarah are here today to share this special day with us all. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for me to sit down, which you're probably pleased about. But first, would you please all stand and raise your glasses?
Does that include us as well?
No, you say that.
I never know. Nobody tells me.
So here's to you both, wishing you all health and happiness together. Sarah and Andy.
Sarah and Andy.
We've forgotten somebody. Myrtle.
Thank you.
Cheers, John. Thank you.
I am the best man, groomed woman, best, I don't know what it is. Me and you have worked together for many years now, and you'll probably notice there's quite a bit of an age gap. So I haven't got any of the funny stories of when you were growing up, but I'm sure many of the people here are going to share that with us tonight.
There will be a few flying around there.
If there is, I'd like to know them, so if I ever have to do a speech about him again, then I'll have some juicy gossip. I've got a little present for you. This is for when you need to put him in his place.
This is for me.
You need to put him in his place.
Oh, okay.
So if we're going now.
Nice one, thanks, darling.
I think we can all tell that you've pretty much turned up today. I don't know what you've helped with. So thank you, Nadine, for helping Sarah plan such a wonderful day. I think we've all had such a good time already, and we've got many hours to go yet, so no more yawning. You can have a nap later. I just want to say thank you, and I feel honoured that you've given me the opportunity to be your best lady, groomswoman, again, I don't know today. And just enjoy the rest of your lives. Thank you.
Again, I know everybody said it, but thank you so much for everybody turning up. I'm hoping you've all had as good a day as we've had anyway. It's been absolutely marvellous to see from my side, certainly. A couple of guys that I've not seen for quite some time. Making the journey to come see us all, so thank you very much indeed for that. And well, here we are. I've got one of these. For the first time, was it 30 years to the month since I got the papers to say I didn't need one of those. So it's yeah. What have I done? But no. It's been difficult. We've had our ups and downs, but I say I don't know what to say, but she looks absolutely lovely, so thank you very much for saying yes and getting everything sort of just right for today. I know you've done all the work.
Hey!
Loads of bits and pieces on my speech, which I think the dog has actually chewed up, I'm not sure, but no, all I can say is thank you so much for everybody turning up. I hope you've had as good a day as we've had, and just carry on and enjoy it. Have a good time, please, and we'll get round and have a word with you all sooner or later. Thank you very much.
Well done, Andy.
I can believe that.
There you go.
Apparently John saw you in the car park with Myrtle and thought the chauffeur was walking the dog, and then when Mum was chatting to you, John was like, he's marrying the chauffeur, she's marrying the chauffeur.
We all make mistakes.
Exactly.
Never which one made it, we don't know. No. Thanks for coming, John. I know it was sort of short notice for you.
Oh, thank you, Andy. Thanks for asking us.
Pleasure to meet you, mate.
You too.
Yeah.